Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Joel Madden, and this is Artist Friendly. On today's episode, I'm sitting down with Grammy-nominated, multi-platinum producer and artist, Southside. Let's go.
I don't want no bad times. I don't want to have bad.
Is that your usual night till 9 a.m.?
Yeah, that's my usual night, till like 9 a.m. I usually stay out. When I used to live in the household with all my kids, I stay out probably like the same, like till it's time for them to go to school.
Wow.
Get up, go take them straight there, take them to school, then go back home and go to sleep. It's just always been my schedule. Like nobody really work in the daytime.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a little weird.
That's cool. I'm a big fan.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
So I've been following you because my son is, he's 14.
Okay.
And he produces.
Okay.
He loves producing music.
Yeah.
And you're on his, like, you're in his top 3
That's fire. I wish
goats.
he was here so I could have met him.
Well, he gave me his MPC for you to sign.
I'm definitely gonna do it.
He was like, "Can you have him sign my MPC?"
I can't wait. That's fire.
And this is why you're special. A lot of producers, they just produce.
Yeah.
They don't necessarily top line.
Yeah.
Then you have guys who can produce in top line, but
Yeah.
they're not an artist.
So what you mean by top line?
Writing the melody, the lyrics.
Oh yeah, we could do everything.
You do everything.
Yeah, we could do everything. We just we use loops sometimes, but I could do everything. Like you say, I could write the song, play them, make my own sounds, my own drums. I could do all of it, So
And you can perform it, and you can also be the artist.
for sure.
Whether you like it as much as producing,
Yeah.
I don't know which one you like better.
Nah, I like them both kind of the same because it's like they both kind of like, they both kind of they run into each other. I like them both the same.
Kind of like being quarterback sometimes, being the running back sometimes.
Yeah, it's like sometimes, like it just run hand in hand. Like what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it though.
When you started, were you always thinking, I'm going to be a producer, or was it always both?
Hell no. When I started, I thought I was gonna be the biggest gangster rapper in the world. Like I thought I was gonna be the shit. Like you know what I'm saying? Like hell no. And then I started making beats because I had all this shit to record, but I never had I was a kid.
Yeah.
Who the fuck I'm gonna call and get beats from? This like YouTube was in
Yeah, it was before you could just
it's
get.
like where the fuck I'm gonna get beats from?
Right.
So my uncle brought me a laptop one day and was just like, hey, learn how to make beats as a beat programmer.
And do you, my son actually said, and maybe I'm wrong, but he said you don't use a Mac?
No, I don't. I just was on the phone with Fruity Loops the other day about this. So I'm not gonna say nothing bad because y'all gonna see this Fruity Loops. But they it's because of the way the older one is on Fruity Loops. The older one is just like
Right.
it's just more warm and hit harder.
Yeah.
Like to me. A lot of people say it don't, but it's like it obviously does.
So Sparrow gave me good information.
Yeah.
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 He's studying.
Yeah, he's definitely right. You know what I'm saying? But I don't dislike the Mac Fruity Loops. They waiting on me to send them stuff right now so they can change it.
Right.
So they be how I like it. Like you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're actually working with them to help them improve their product.
Yeah, just for me to use it. Like just for me to use it on my because they were saying like I get on them and say I don't like 20 Fruity Loops. It's nothing. I hate it. So as soon as we got on the phone, the first thing they said was, well, we see you say you hate Fruity Loops 20. Like, what can we do to help you? Help it where you can use it. Because it is features in Fruity Loops.
That's smart.
21, is that what it's called? 21, it is features in it. Like on 11, like you can send me a loop.
Right.
On 11, I can't just split the loop where it tracks out. On 20, it'll track out the whole loop somebody sent you, so you don't got to call them and get them on the phone and
That's smart of them,
it's
by
smart.
the way.
It's certain features I like and then there's certain features I don't.
But it's smart for them to call you.
No, it is. It's very, very smart.
That's how
Yeah,
how you make it work.
Not for sure.
The people that are using it and at the highest level.
Not for sure.
So you started producing, how old were you?
Like 13, 14.
Do you have a favorite producer?
I used to love like 3-6. Not used to. I still love like 3-6 Mafia beats.
I love 3-6 Mafia.
I used to love Shawty Red beats. For sure Zaytoven. But I like
I like Zaytoven.
Yeah, I love Zay. But like Pharrell's one of my favorite producers.
Pharrell. Yeah, he's awesome.
Like, I love Pharrell. I love Kanye. Kanye fire.
Yeah, Kanye, Kanye's Kanye.
And Toomp. He used to make T.I. beats back in the day. DJ Toon. He used to make all this fire shit. Toon's like one of my uncles for real. That's like my top. That's it for me. Everybody else get in line, I'm on your ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you grew up in Atlanta.
Atlanta, Georgia.
South side of Atlanta.
South side of Atlanta.
What's that like?
Everybody look like me. All the guys look like me, act like me, everything. Nah, it's fun. It's like, it's real culture. It's like, it's culture. It's fun, but it's very fun. But you'll love it. We got good food. Like, you ever been to Atlanta?
I've been to Atlanta a lot of times.
Just
I don't
never
know
went
that.
to the South Side.
I don't know if I've been to the South Side. When I go to Atlanta, it's usually for 3 days to work.
Buckhead, probably.
Yeah, Buckhead,
Yeah.
St. Regis.
See, Buckhead cool, but you ain't really like, you got to come to Atlanta with me one time.
Experience
Yeah, like I got to
Atlanta.
take you to like, because Atlanta is like a strip club culture thing, like,
Okay.
So it's like, if your wife or your girl or whatever, she'll think you on bullshit in Atlanta if she's not from there. But if she's from there, she'll understand. I go there to eat lunch. I'm gonna go order some more food.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go there back again for dinner. And I might not talk to one girl in this whole club.
Right. You're just
It's just
going
Atlanta. I might stop at the DJ booth because that's how we break our records. Hey,
Right.
play my new single.
Right.
Like, that's just Atlanta. That's how
I've heard that
Yeah.
I mean, all the records that I've broken out of the strip clubs in
we got
Atlanta.
the strip club.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got the strip club.
And if you think about Atlanta as a center, right, for culture and for an entire genre, or even if you look at like say hip hop, but then you look at the hip hop that's come out of Atlanta and really dominated the world,
No, for sure.
it's this small area.
Yeah.
That's interesting to me.
Yeah.
And you came out, let's see, if you would have started producing around 13, 14, that would have been in the early 2000s?
Yep,
Ish, 20 years ago?
35 right now. So.
Right, so 2005. That was really
Yeah.
if you think about the early 2000s, that was like, when you think about the global wave of Southern hip hop,
Yeah.
that was really the time when it was, I think when it was going from just, I mean, it was big, but
It was starting to switch because I feel like we had like, what year did like Shoulder Link come out when Young joined them?
that was kind of around that.
That's when it started to switch from what you're saying. I get exactly what you're talking about. It started to switch. It's like it evolved to the next stage.
But as a kid coming into, okay, I'm going to make music and I'm going to rap.
Yeah.
That would have been, I think, being in the center of it, being in that place where you're watching people have success.
Yeah.
And you're kind of seeing, you're putting it together. You're seeing like what they did. You're seeing the potential.
Yeah.
That has to be part of, I think, your success, right? So, because a lot of times in these conversations, I always try to find a piece of the success to give to people that are listening.
Yeah.
So they can maybe take it, right? And I think there's something about seeing success around you, whether it's someone you know or it's just, it's from Atlanta, right? And having a model for something to build on, right? Because here's what I'll say. You're one of the biggest producing, songwriting, top of your game.
Yeah.
Most of the time, kids are going to, or people that want to do what you do, right? They're inspired by what you do. They're going to say, how did you do it?
Yeah.
And we all know hard work
Yeah.
and showing up every day. When in the early days, most people don't care, right?
Not just hard work. You gotta have a strong mental.
Right.
Like the hard work this shit is fun. It's self-explanatory. Like it's a hobby.
Right.
It's the mental of you don't know when you're gonna really pop off.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta learn how to control that. You gotta learn how to box yourself in for a minute. This shit might take 7 years. Box your mind in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I always been good with like living inside my head. Like I'm a person that can
Patient.
sit and just live in my head.
And show up every day to work
Having
regardless.
a blast, it's fucking fireworks going off inside my head, all that. But it's like I'm in my head.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Regardless of the outside.
it's patience, and in my head. That's it. Regardless of what's going on.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
Most artists want it to happen right away. I find.
I don't feel like that's. I feel like that's like. I feel like that. Like let's just promise break this down. So
Yeah.
you got rappers that want it to go right away, and they get a hit song overnight. All right, so 2 out of the 10 become superstars. The other 8,
That's it.
one-hit wonders.
If that.
If that, because they wanted to move so fast. So, like I always used to tell my boys at 808 Mafia, all my boys, I used to tell them like, hey, like this shit competition. Like I'm like, I need y'all to be trying to outdo me. Like, you know, because I'm trying to outdo all y'all still. Y'all think y'all, like they'll look at themselves like they're not established yet, but it's like at the end of the day, y'all sitting in front of my face right now, so y'all are established.
That's right.
Somewhat. So I tell them it's a competition. I tell them if we all going for 1, 2, if we all going for 1, we're gonna fill up 1, 2, and 3.
That's right.
If we got 1, 2, and 3 filled up, we run music. Like, you get what I'm saying? It's like, there's no way around that at all.
That's prolific because one, to me, the best A&R are artists. We tend to see each other across the room, and you can kind of know when someone really has it. You can feel if they're for real or not.
Yeah.
And the only way you're going to have a career as an artist, you have to need this more than anything else because it's a long road.
It's a very long road. I want them to understand it. It's a very, very, very long
It's not a science project. It's not it's not a lottery. It's a long ass road, and the people that quit are the ones that
for sure.
Go away.
For sure. For sure.
If you're sitting here in front of you and you're an artist and you feel like you're a new artist, but you wouldn't bring someone in the room if you didn't know they had the potential and the ability to do.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
You wouldn't even bring them in the room.
Hell no.
So that is the validation.
No, for sure. It's overly a validation. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, overly.
Yeah, I see why you're successful.
I mean, you know.
Yeah.
I ain't got nothing else to go back to.
Yeah.
We don't have no other options. It's the only option. It's forward, not backwards.
You have a big family?
Yeah, I got 8 kids.
You have 8 kids?
Yeah, I got 5 daughters and 3 sons.
Wow.
And
5 daughters, ma'am.
It was
10. I have 1, and that's
I had, including me, it was 10 siblings. One of my brothers died. But I'm the oldest out of everybody.
You're the oldest?
Yeah.
Wow.
Gotta feed them kids.
Yeah.
I don't have time to be playing.
Yeah.
You know?
Is everybody in Atlanta?
No, they are all spaced out. I have 2 kids in Atlanta, 3 in Texas, 1 in Vegas, and 1 in Miami.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fatherhood is
it's more like a coast-to-coast thing to me. Like,
I saw on your Instagram, and maybe it was your daughter's birthday. I thought it was. I have my daughter's now 16.
She's little or the big one?
She's little.
It's probably me and Carisha, baby. Summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Daughters are special. They it's funny because my daughter is 16, and now it's almost like I answer to 2 women because my wife, and her, they get along really well. But now I have kind of another woman in the house who's kind of.
I just told my sister, I got a daughter at 16.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I just told her, it's like, I don't even, the only call I get is, Daddy, can you send me some money?
Yeah.
I need to my baby, like, that was my first child. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That shit is out the window.
Yeah.
Like, it's over with.
What do you say when she calls and says, "Can you give me some money?"
You ain't called me and checked on me. Like,
yeah.
Just all you want is my money. Call me and check on me.
And you still probably send her the money.
I sent it right then. I still do.
Yeah. Thank God for Venmo. That's the same. My daughter's just, can I have some money? And she's 16 now. She wants a car. She asked for a car yet?
Yeah, she did. Her birthday in April. I'm about to buy her a car.
That's good.
For her birthday. She owed me about that too.
That's a good driver though. To have a family you have to take care of is, I know one of the reasons I work so hard is my family.
Yeah, I don't have no other choice. It's like, I made this decision to have all these kids. I got to take care of them.
Yeah.
I'm not leaving that responsibility to nobody else or no other man. Like, that's my responsibility.
Yeah.
And I ain't going back and forth about it.
That's how I feel.
Yeah.
Also, my dad wasn't around when I was a kid, so I felt especially driven to try and do the opposite.
My real dad wasn't around when I was a kid either. My mom had a boyfriend that raised me since I was 3 months old. I called my dad, his name Trey or whatever. But my real dad, all I knew about my real dad is that he made beats.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? So in my mind, I was like, I'm gonna be a producer, 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 a rapper either, because he rapped and produced. And I thought that would really make it where it was like, you know, like me and him would be tight because it's what he wanted to do as his dream. But
yeah, what
I've learned about this fame shit is like, that shit ate his heart up.
Yeah.
It ate his heart up. It ate his heart up to the point where he was just kind of like, he got so envious of me because he wanted to, this is, like you said, this is a goal this man wanted to accomplish for the last 40 years. I just made this shit look like in 10 years, like it's the easiest shit to do ever. You know what I'm saying?
That's what really talented people do.
Yeah. Like, I don't know, this it's like, I never like, it's like my friends, they way more understanding than family. I don't know. Do you go through that?
Sometimes. I think also because likely you've over the last, let's call it 20 years from when you started.
Yeah.
I think when we think in terms of potential,
Yeah.
we think in a positive space.
Okay.
So when we're looking towards positive, we attract positive. So likely we're going on the road towards our goal. We're likely going to meet more positive, even though we do experience negative.
Yeah.
You deal with the haters or people,
the shit,
whatever.
yeah.
But you're likely going to be more likely to spend your time with people who make you feel closer to your goals. And a lot of times they've either had success, they're working on their own success,
Yeah.
or they just believe in yours.
Not for sure.
And so you're going to be surrounding yourself with people who are aligned with you on your greater purpose in life, right?
Yeah.
And when we come from a negative environment, you know, I'm not from the south side of Atlanta, but where I grew up, I didn't have any money, and most people didn't dream at all, so nothing was possible.
Yeah,
So
sure.
and I certainly didn't have any standing in the community.
Where you from?
I'm from Maryland.
Like Baltimore or just Maryland?
I'm from like the sticks, like country.
Like my boy right there, he from Baltimore. My boy
Okay, I'm from Southern Maryland. Like, I moved to PG when I was older, but I was in like St. Mary's County. Yeah, so it's down in the country. So no one's really dreaming there, right? No one's really like aspiring in and the people that are usually get out because there isn't a lot of opportunity for artists, right? So on the road to success, you're likely going to meet other like-minded people, and you're going to find kindred spirits.
Yeah.
So you're going to get what we all need to have success, I think, is support. We all need it.
Yeah.
And so sometimes when we're from a place where family, we were all struggling, some people can never get out of the struggle. They just can't. They can't in their mind get out of that life actually could be good.
They don't want to change.
They don't want to change.
They don't like, some people don't. Some people don't like to accept change.
That's right.
Like you know, a person will come tell me like, you changed, bro, you changed. And it's like, what you saying I changed? Are you saying I changed as far as me being in the streets? Or are you saying I'm changing as a person as far as me getting money in my business? Because if I'm changing as a person, me getting money in my business, and you sitting here looking like I'm changing on this, you ain't really, I got to separate you. Like usually I would have pulled up here 20 niggas with me, 25 niggas. Like
I understand.
I fly everywhere by myself now because it's so peaceful.
Peaceful.
So peaceful. I never knew this in all these years, spending all this money. I get the most peace by myself all day long.
I actually hear that a lot, and I feel the same way. But when someone says to me, "I've changed," and I'm 10 years ahead of you, right? So I'm 45 in March.
Okay.
I've learned to understand they're uncomfortable with growth. So if you're saying I've grown, you're right.
For sure.
Right? If you're saying I've changed, I don't really understand what you mean.
Yeah.
Because all I do is grow.
All I do is grow. I'm taking that.
And so
Almost every time they say, I'm be like, no, I'm growing, bro.
I'm growing.
I'm growing.
And so if you want me to come back to where I was when you knew me like you do, like you feel you do still, because you really don't know me like you did because I've grown.
Yeah.
And if you want me to come back, that's not possible.
Yeah.
I can't do that. It's like chopping a tree down.
Yeah.
Right? So if you want to chop me down, I can't let that happen. I have too many people that depend on me.
No, for sure.
And even the people that depend on me that don't know they depend on me, even the people that depend on me that might resent me.
For sure.
Right? The nature of love, the nature of relationships tends to be messy.
It is.
Right?
It's very messy.
And
don't tend to be, it is. It's
right.
Very messy.
So what I see, right? You're telling me the oldest of your siblings, and we have a similar background with our fathers. I didn't have another man until I didn't really meet any older guys who were good mentors until I was probably in my late 20s.
Okay.
Right? Who actually were sharing real information with me that would help me versus just trying to take advantage of me. Right? Because that's the nature of also the world we live in. Is when we're young and we come into this business,
try to finesse you and take from you.
They try to finesse you. They try to take advantage of you, and it's the nature, right?
Yeah.
But I always say, I'm not mad at that because you should have killed me because now I'm full grown.
Not for sure.
And what I realized about growth is if we look for it, part of success of businesses, right? A business has to grow to scale, to be successful.
Not for sure.
Right? So to build wealth in the world, we have to grow.
Yeah.
We have to constantly search for a better way. Mm-hmm. We have to search for more optimization, right? We got to optimize, do things better. And then we have to look for factors that cause negative outcomes and remove them. So sometimes that's a friend, right? In my 20s, I had some friends who could never get it together, and I had to
can't get right.
And I was moving this way, and I had to grow. We just had to grow apart.
Yeah.
So it's really hard for people to accept that, but that's their journey, right? Because you're the leader of your family.
For sure.
When you think about it. And now you're also, and you have a couple different families. You have the family of origin, and then you have the family you built in the world.
Yeah.
And those are the people you get to choose.
Yeah.
And you want their best interest and their best outcome, and they have to want yours.
Yeah.
And so what we learn as we grow, and really in our 30s is when we start to it starts to crystallize, is some of the people that I wanted their best interest didn't want my best interest. I'm not mad at them because it's human nature to see someone who you think hit the lottery.
Yeah.
To want them to give you some.
Not for sure.
But what you know and what I know, even though we come from maybe different corners of the music business, is we didn't hit the lottery. We worked our asses off.
But man, listen to me. When I say, I know y'all, I know y'all worked y'all ass off. I overly I've probably been asleep right now. I'm like 2 hours, 3 hours,
And this is a guy at the top of his game.
Yeah, that's what we was just talking about last night. Like, we was in the studio. They was like, man, it was like me and Metro are really sitting here like we don't have nothing.
That's it.
Still,
that's what
day, like Future was saying that yesterday. He like, y'all sitting this bitch, but he does too. Like, we don't have nothing. Like
it's the first day.
Like it's the first day. Like we started from scratch.
That's what people need to understand.
Yeah.
That's what I hope if someone's listening that has their own dream, whatever it is, maybe it's music, maybe it's a business, maybe it's their health, maybe they're just trying to get in shape. You got to go every day like it's the first day.
Uh-huh.
And I think you got to have the attitude of it's got to be optimistic.
For sure.
You got to go in there knowing you're going to hit the ball, that you're going to perform.
For sure. But yeah, confidence is everything with that. Like, don't get me fucked up. My beats harder than a lot of niggas. So I don't have to be there, but I can go in a room too with the confidence and be like, nah, this you. And get a record done. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, and that's what I was like. I've been breaking that shit down like to all my producers because they all use kids with loops. And it's like the kids with loops feel like they're so entitled, and which they are entitled to something, you know? But it's kind of like, this shit politics to it in the day, and you know that.
Yeah.
Like, these kids they sit at their house and they make sounds, make loops and send them. But it's like, how would you meet Future? How would you get Future these beats if I didn't? You get what I'm saying?
That's right.
So, you know, I don't know. This shit just...
I think you do know. I think that it's hard to say sometimes because we also live in a world where everybody has access to argue about some shit they don't know about.
Yeah.
So you can go on Twitter or Instagram or wherever and you can argue about something you have zero experience in.
For sure.
And you somehow seem valid because 1,000 people retweeted you or something.
Yeah, and that ain't it.
And it's not it,
That's
you
not
know?
it. Yeah.
But Future is Future because of Future's work. And his path is his path. And then he met you whenever y'all met and you guys collaborated on whoever else it is. I'm just using him as an example.
No, for sure.
Because your shit was good.
Yeah.
We also all remember the person who gave us an opportunity to prove ourselves. And we'll never forget that.
Yeah.
I always find that the real ones have a way of doing that as well. Finding someone, giving them an opportunity and letting them prove themselves. Yeah. Where you get let down sometimes is when someone doesn't have the integrity, I think, that it takes to have a long career. It takes integrity. You got to know who you are.
I agree.
Of all the people you've worked with over the years, would you say you have a couple people that would, at least in music, like your best friend in music, someone that you feel has influenced you, and maybe it's not even music, maybe it's just in the person they are?
Well, I say in music, I got two best friends. Like, Metro is one of my best friends.
I love Metro.
Yeah, I knew Metro since he was 14.
Wow.
Like,
I've never met him, but I love him. I think he's
and I'm gonna say my manager, Mo.
Cool.
Like, Mo Shalizzy, like, that's half of my management. But that's my best friend. It's one of my best friends too, far as like music.
Yeah.
You know? But as far as the industry, I'm not real like And Offset, my boy too.
Yeah.
That's my real friend, like, you know. But I ain't really friendly. Like when it comes to like the music shit, like I'm trying to, like I feel like I'm missing a lot of my blessings too at the same time because of how I was raised up, how we move and how we are. So I'm trying to kind of dumb it down a little bit because it's like I'm one of the coldest to ever touch Fruity Loops.
Yeah.
You know? But I want people to start really, really knowing that. Like, not, hey, that's Sizzle them, they on some wild shit. Hey, that's Sizzle them, so you seen the new #1 hit he got out with so. Like, you know? I'm trying to switch the narrative up a little bit because I do got a funny side. I do got to, like, you know, like I play and clown all day long.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting ready to show it to the world. Just let them know, like, hey, I'm cool too now.
Yeah.
Like, I ain't, you know, it ain't always rah, 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 rah.
Yeah. The music is pretty gangster, though.
Yeah.
It is.
It is. It is.
It's very gangster.
It is.
If you want some motivation music, put it on.
Yeah, I definitely make, well, me and Evan, we make, go to the gym, throw that iron in the air music, like, for sure.
Yeah.
I overly agree.
I could see how it would be hard to shake, though, that if you grow up in an environment where you have to, the reality of the environment, right?
Yeah.
I could see, if you look at like the formative years, right?
Yeah.
Let's say 0 to 18, right?
Yeah.
That's where you're developing all your relationship with the world, right? Your habits, all that. I could see how it could take, you know, a lifetime to undo some of the things that were necessary there.
Yeah.
I often wonder how, for me, sometimes I see how people have to move just because of safety and things like that.
For sure.
It feels stressful to me. Like when I look at that, when I think about having to think about safety, right?
So my safety net guard, quote unquote, don't come from music.
Right.
My safety net and guard comes from being in the streets.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
most of these rappers, like I'm really street. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't really even hang with rappers. Like I'll pull up with 20 dudes from the hood. Like it's just, that's what I'm used to. Like, you know, you were coming, like last night was the studio day and we were shooting dice.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like shit like that. So it's just like I'm completely different.
Yeah.
And, you know,
I could tell.
Yeah, like
I've always kind of sensed that in the music too.
yeah.
Yeah. And the way you carry yourself and
No, for sure. Well, it's just like my dad kind of programmed me to move how I move.
right.
So it's not even like I treat everywhere I go like that's my last time going there.
Right.
You know? So I gotta, like, you know, like I don't, certain things I don't worry about. Like, you know, I don't worry about having to move into safety because I'm gonna do that naturally every day with or without music or without being Southside.
Right.
You know? It's just survival.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Do you like LA?
I love LA, but I love the old LA. Like
Right.
before the pandemic LA.
Yeah.
Ooh, I used to be out having a blast.
Yeah, it's different.
Man, it was. I still love LA though.
It hasn't really come back since the pandemic in the same way.
Yeah, I kind of don't want it to though. I kind of like this a little bit.
Yeah.
I like it cool. It should be crazy out here.
Yeah.
Real crazy.
Early 2000s was kind of wild out here.
Yeah, cause see, look, I didn't really come out here for real. Cause my real dad from Pasadena.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my grandfather, like all them, they all from Pasadena. I didn't come out here my first time until I was like, till Dirty Sprite 2 was out. That's when I moved to LA for a little minute when Future dropped Dirty Sprite 2.
Yeah, it's nice out here for in a lot of ways. I mean, it's great to be. I guess in Atlanta, it's great for work in Atlanta too. Miami as well. Probably
Yeah, I work better here right now because it's slower, it's dead. But Miami, I'm outside every night. Atlanta, I'm outside every night. Here I work. I sit down and work. I probably made like 70 beats in the last 3 days.
How do you feel about the artist, your artist projects?
My rap music,
Yeah,
my shit is unique. Like
yeah,
I got 4 different styles. Like one style is just super trapped out, just going crazy. I got some shit I've been doing like with no drums on it. It's all about my life. Like it's like real shit, you know?
yeah,
I just with the rap shit, I just kind of, cause it's like I'm open. Like the world ain't decided yet, as far as me as a rapper, like what they like. So I could try anything right now.
yeah.
That's how I'm looking at it. So I'm about to put out like my first real rap project. I'm really excited. I want to see, like, you know, I want to see how people gonna react.
I heard that you're on the Nicki song.
Yeah, that's me saying fuck
That-
this club up.
yeah.
Fuck this club up.
That's a hit.
Nah, for sure. That's a hit. That's a big hit. Yeah, for sure.
That's proof right there.
That's a big hit. No, for sure.
Does everybody know that, or is it?
Hell no, people don't. They starting to know now, but I never really said that.
That's a hit.
Yeah, for sure, it's a hit.
That's a superstar artist vocal.
Nah, it is. It is. I'm about to get on it.
Yeah.
Get on it.
What about "Give Me the Light" with Yachty? How did that happen?
I was in Miami and my engineer, my brother Max Lord, they was making, because you know I be having people like make my sounds. Like I had them hook up all the shit. They could come in there playing the guitar, all that shit. So they made this loop. When they first played it for me, I kind of was like, because it wasn't really catching.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I left the studio and came back the next day, and just the first thing I pulled up was that beat and made that beat. So when he did it, he was working with Slump God. I was like, man, put Slump God on this shit for my album. Slump God ended up doing some weird shit and not showing up.
Yeah.
How rappers do it, whatever. So
Yeah.
I hit Yachty. Yachty pulled right up.
And that was it.
And knocked that bitch out, went right through it.
You guys know each other well?
Who, me and Yachty?
Yeah.
That's my boy. That's my
I like Yachty.
Yeah, that's my boy.
I've never met him, but I like him.
He's a good kid.
How long have you known him?
Yachty since he first got signed. That's probably since he was like 18, 17, 18.
Yeah. Yeah, he's cool. Is he from Atlanta too? Mm-hmm. Who would you say was like one of the first people that gave you a chance to make a record?
I'm gonna keep it real. I got my guy named Spiff TV. Spiff used to do our Rick Ross and them shit. So Spiff is like the first person to ever take my beats and go get like Ross on them, and like Meek at the time and Wale. Like he was the first person to give me a shot for real. Besides Waka and them, but first person.
I like Waka.
Yeah.
I met him years ago. He was cool.
Yeah, crazy dude.
Yeah.
Very, very crazy.
You think you'll always live in Atlanta?
I don't live in Atlanta. I stay in Vegas.
Okay.
Between Vegas, Miami, and here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I can't live in Atlanta.
I was wondering that.
I'm not dumb.
Right.
Yeah, like I'm not dumb. I'm gangster, but I ain't dumb.
Yeah.
How far?
Yeah. Why?
Just for what?
Yeah.
Like, for what? I got too many kids, too many people depending on me.
How's Vegas?
Boring as fuck.
Boring?
So fucking boring.
Good for taxes.
Great for taxes, but it's boring as fuck.
Yeah.
Boring as fuck. I don't do shit but gamble all day.
You gamble?
Yeah, I usually didn't gamble till we moved to Vegas. Shit. Once I had
I like to gamble too.
I had a girl, like even my girl that stay at my house, I wouldn't see her for like 4 days, 5 days. I'll go down there and get like 5 penthouses and every different one of them just be gambling. Never go home. Unless I lose all my money. If I lose all my money, I'm gonna go home.
Gambling. Me too.
Yeah. You fucked up on the gambling too?
I mean, I don't have a problem because I live in LA. What do I like to play?
Yeah.
I like to play poker.
I don't know how to play poker yet.
So poker, I find, is like a good metaphor for life sometimes because
So you be in there with your shades on.
No.
See a rest of
there's some
face.
corny, there's some corniness in poker too.
Yeah, because that shit, like I be looking, the nigga have his glasses on, like like dude, like you're not intimidating me. You don't want me to see your face.
I don't do that. I'm a pretty honest poker player. I tend to play pretty tight, and I only play when I have something. But I also like roulette. I'll play roulette.
Yeah.
I like craps. We used to shoot dice a lot on the road.
I will tell you, I knew frame out somebody with them damn dice.
Yeah.
What? I love dice. I play baccarat and craps and crapless craps.
Yeah. We used to play CeeLo on the road.
I fuck with CeeLo. I tell somebody a new frame playing CeeLo too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty good at containing that part of myself.
I fuck with blackjack too.
Yeah.
You ever play Casino Wars?
Casino Wars?
Yeah, Casino
What's
Wars. It's like I declare war, but it's like I always play it. I only play it with like it's just me and a dealer. If it's other people at the table, I don't do it. So basically, I'll take like 10,000, put the whole 10,000 down. You got a 50-50 that you're gonna win because he just one card, flip over whoever higher you win. If it's a tie, you keep going like I declare war, and y'all flip the card over after the 3 cards. Whoever got the highest, you win. It's like some real addicted to gambling shit.
Fast money.
Super fast.
If you win,
Either you lucky or you're not in these days.
I wonder why we like gambling so much.
I feel like, shit, motherfuckers gamble every day.
Yeah.
Like,
You bet on sports?
I'm trying to, I want to learn it. I don't want to give nobody my money to do it. Like, I got to learn it myself.
Yeah.
Like, because I don't watch, like, sports like all day long. Like
Right.
I kind of catch the glimpse of shit or the ending. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're too busy.
But I watch boxing. That's my favorite sport.
You box?
I used to when I was little, but I don't
Yeah.
now. Yeah, when I was young, I did. I
Boxing's
seen
great.
Devin Haney last night, actually.
Yeah.
I seen him last night. Boxing my favorite sport.
What about MMA?
I like MMA. I had went, Swiss Beats took me to a fight with him one time. We was sitting like so close to the cage and shit. Like, it was cool.
Yeah. I think I wonder, like, everybody thinks they want to hit the lottery. It would be great if someone gave you a bunch of money, but doesn't it feel better to, like, earn your own money?
Of course.
Gives you something that
course.
there's a self-esteem that comes with it. But it sounds nice, but that's probably why all the lottery winners end up with terrible, horrible, you know, the whole lottery curse. Yeah.
I just seen some shit where somebody hit for like 400 million and somebody gonna get 100 and something million out of 400 million in the lottery.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck?
And they have
I'm
all
gonna
these.
just take 300 million of my money. I won. It's crazy.
Well, I think it's something like if we don't learn how to have what we have at the time, and as we gain more, if we don't know how to have it, then we don't know how to keep it.
For sure.
And if we're given a bunch of money, we just start spending it everywhere. And not to say spending money is bad. I love to spend money.
Sure.
But there's checks and balances you do on yourself, because especially when you're taking care of people, you have to think about the family. I think one of the hardest things for me to learn how to do was have money.
Yeah.
It was I found myself a little overwhelmed sometimes. And I think it was just never having any influence like that with anyone that had money that could tell me like, hey, this is how you set up the foundation of your life.
I get what you said. Like, I just told my friend the other day, I'm like the world now with the kids, it's like kids that's privileged, like, you know, that's privileged. Like, they still want to be gangsters.
Mm.
You know, and I told my homie the other day, I said, bro, I'm trying to go so far in life with this music shit that I forget I was that person.
Yeah.
I don't want to, I want to forget my whole, you know, that whole part of my life, I want to forget it. Because I use it to get here, but it's like, I want to get away from it. At the same time, like, I don't still want to be in the hood all day, like, you know?
That's powerful.
But I'm fucked up, though, to the point where it's like, I got to go to the hood every day. Like,
Right.
I don't know what it is, like, you know? But I know I shouldn't be there. Like, I know I'm supposed to be growing.
Well, I think we do what we can with what we have.
Yeah.
Until we have more, and then we do what we can with that, right?
Yeah.
But there's sometimes our roots are our roots, right?
Yeah.
And I think we got to try to minimize the damage our past can do to us.
Yeah.
Right. And it might, everybody's different. Some people may have a family member who's damaging. They may have, you know, some people shouldn't go back to where they came from, where they lived.
Yeah.
Everybody's different. So your reality is you're a hugely successful music business, and it's not just one thing, it's a bunch of things, right?
Yeah.
So you're a music, let's say for lack of a better term, you're like a music business mogul.
Yeah.
You've built these businesses, you have publishing, you have an artist career, you're signing other artists, you're building up a world where it's full of opportunity for producers. So you've built this world, right?
Yeah.
Hugely successful, worth a lot, right? Even though you've done that, there's a part of you that's probably still the same guy who grew up where he grew up. And that's the part we have to come all the way into our present reality.
Yeah.
And then make decisions that are based in our present reality, not our past. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that's what we all struggle with. We all have it, whether in different ways. I was never a gangster, but I certainly have things in the past that come from a family with all different kinds of struggles that I have to remind myself, like, that's not where I'm at today.
Well, but you see, like, when I say gangster, I want to say this too, because when I say gangster, how I was raised, gangster is like you as a man taking care of your kids in your household.
Right.
You know, you will lay your life down for your kids. Like, that's gangster to me.
Yeah, I understand.
Like, gangster to me is making decisions that I know a normal person with a normal mind, with normal fear in their body, is not going to be able to make the same decisions that I'm going to make.
Yeah.
You know, like,
There's a lot more at stake.
a whole lot more at stake.
That's right.
You know, it's like, that's gangster to me.
Absolutely. And I say the word gangster in a very broad way, right?
Yeah.
It's interesting. Like you're young, but you're old enough to know all your experience, right?
Sure.
So this is a thing that I think a lot of people don't stop to take like inventory of.
Yeah.
Is the pressure of what's at stake because of what you've accomplished, right? It's everything you set out to do and more. And then now that we're here, there's a whole lot more at stake.
Sure.
And a lot of other people at stake, right?
Yeah.
And so the thought process continually evolves because you're not just thinking about one thing, you're thinking about 50 things when you make a decision.
Yeah.
That's a lot of pressure. And you got to go into the studio and focus and just make art.
That's what me and my manager just talking about this. He like, man, you got so much shit going on in your life. I don't know how you like focus. So it's like I be having to go over there, like go to the studio by myself.
Yeah, how do you?
I had to like now lately I just been on some by myself shit. Like I had to just get everybody away from me, and it was nothing personal. I love all my friends, but just shit wasn't like it don't make sense. If I'm the only one with this gift, it's like I could relate to my friends about how we grew up, what they doing now, but it's like I said, I'm trying to grow past that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They can't relate to me being Southside, the superstar.
Right.
The next Dr. Dre or the next Kanye West. Like they get it, but they don't get it. You know?
And you're in the process, so you're in the game. It's the legacy you're writing, right?
Yeah.
You're in the middle part.
I'm overly in the middle part. Like,
right.
I haven't even, you know?
So when you look at your catalog, it's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, me and my son were listening to, we were going all the way back, all the way forward.
Like years.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Years.
And that's just everything you've done.
Yeah.
Everything you're gonna do.
I got a whole arsenal of shit that's getting ready to come out right now. Like, you know?
A lot of times people watch and they think it looks fun. And it is fun. There's moments that are great and all that, but like it takes focus every day.
We could be having fun. See, they don't understand. Like, they don't understand our mental. Well, I'm still focused while I'm having fun at the studio.
That's right.
Like, you get what I'm saying? I know how to block the whole room out. I only hear music. Like, you know, so. But you're right. It's a lot of hard work to come with this shit. And I pray
I'm impressed, man.
I pray they understand it one day.
They will. I mean, I think the people who love you will. A lot of times, even when they don't understand what we're doing while we're doing it, after the fact, they do.
Yeah.
The rest don't matter, really.
Not for sure. For sure.
Because it really, the music speaks for itself.
It does.
Do any of your kids make music?
I got a son that's 14.
Oh, same as mine.
Yeah, my son is like a little like a little guru, like a little genius. Like he got his own GTA server. Sell clothes, he make beats, he rap. He's
that modern kid. He understands.
Yeah, he's gonna make his own millions by the time he's 21, 22.
Yeah, I think that too about my son.
For sure. Like just the way he moving right now, how he acts, how he assess shit, how he look at things, like he think like an adult already.
Yeah. Honestly, I think that's because they watch us.
Yeah.
And they see us navigate.
That's 85% of it. That's why.
They have a model.
It's just gonna be better us.
Yeah.
That's all. That's what I pray for.
I think it's nature.
Yeah.
I think that's the nature of things. I pray for the same thing, but I get reminded a lot of times, you know, he's in the car with me, or a lot of times I don't even know what he's up to, and then I see that he's making beats or he's doing that kind of stuff, where a lot of stuff I don't even understand sometimes. And I see he's operating, and then he sees me operate in the world, and then he takes it back.
Yeah. And
he's building his own thing. That's the powerful thing about having a dad is having that, especially someone who, you know, like yourself, who's working hard and building things. That's the nature of us, is we look at that and we go, oh, I could do that too.
Yeah.
And I feel the same way about my son. I think he's going to be successful at whatever he puts his mind to, but it's probably music.
Yeah.
He's growing up around so much music.
Everybody
in the family does music.
Yes, that's come on now. Yeah, like, you know, he was born for that, for real.
Yeah. What's next? I'm assuming it's everything, but what the album is the next thing?
So yeah, I got my first album, like I put together like my with my beats on it and all the artists. It's my first one. It's called Speed. Like, because it's just like, I feel like my life moves so fast and I'm so wild. It's just like, I love fast cars. Like, and we call women speed too. We be like, you got some speed?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I call it speed because it's just like, I feel like this is like a soundtrack to when you're in the car and you just wilding. Like, like,
Yeah.
I'm not telling anyone to wild out, but like I wanted to name it. At first I wanted to name it, play this at high speeds. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I didn't want to get in no trouble either in case somebody do that. Like,
Yeah.
But that's what this for.
Liability.
Yeah, this the hang out the car music. That's what this is.
What's your favorite car?
My favorite car I had was my GT 500 Mustang.
Yeah. Nick likes that car.
Yeah, I had it souped up like running down there 1,400 horsepower to the wheel.
Yeah, I'm fine.
I split it around. I had split it around in Atlanta. It was cold. I split it around like 8 times and it was the opposite way on the highway. I came back because I put all my cars in my mom. They almost sold that motherfucker. Like, that's my favorite car.
Yeah.
I used to didn't even really like that car. I was shooting a video with Doughboy. I was in my Aventador. But I had to be doing like 180 miles an hour in my Aventador.
That's crazy.
Like, for real. Like,
Yeah.
it was back to back, my Lambo truck, my Aventador, the GT 500. It was in something. This might have been my Trackhawk. I'm gone, man. I hit a Mustang. At first I hear it. It had it where I couldn't even like hit a Lamborghini no more. Man, that shit shot past me, bro, and was still going like some other shit. I started driving that car every day.
It's a sick car. My brother used to have one.
I love that car.
I have an old car, so I have a 65 Impala, 64 Impala, 67 C10, like low to the ground, big engine.
That's fire.
I love the old cars.
We do more than, like with the old ones, I do like 73s and 75s.
The big ones.
Yeah. The Caprices, that's what we do.
Yeah. Those are cool.
I like the Camaros too. Like my dad got a, what is it, a 69?
Yeah, 69.
Got a black and white 69. I love old cars too. I love certain old cars.
What would you say if you could spend on a car or a watch? Would you buy a car or a watch?
I'm definitely about a car first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
I don't really, this is my lucky watch. My brother gave it to me.
Yeah, like I like watches, but it's like.
Yeah. I like cars too.
I love cars.
Something about getting in a car.
Yeah, I love cars. I don't need no jewelry on to get in no car.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Any new artists you're excited about?
I got 2 artists I just signed. One named Mo Smack and another one named Trey Sav. But they so hard. And I've been working with Huncho a lot lately too. Mm-hmm. Huncho is like a new kid going crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so. And Skilla Baby. Fucking with Skilla Baby a lot. I've been trying to fuck with all like the new up and coming just.
Do you feel like when you're working with a new artist, you feel like you're mentoring them a little bit too?
Yeah, big brother them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
you need that.
For sure.
Sick, dude. Thanks for coming.
Appreciate you, brother.
Nice to meet you.
Bad times, I don't want no bad.
I hope you enjoyed today's episode of Artist Friendly. If you really liked it, you can follow, like, subscribe to the show anywhere you listen to podcasts, Spotify, Apple, Amazon. We appreciate your support, and we'll see you next time.
Bad times, I don't